Welcome to F1 Blogs. Today, we're diving into the ongoing saga with Sergio Pérez at Red Bull. With another tough race behind him and rumors swirling about his future, fans and insiders alike are wondering if Red Bull might be looking for a new driver. We'll unpack the details of Pérez's performance at the Brazilian GP, the statements from Christian Horner, and what this all means for the Mexican driver's future with Red Bull. Stick with us to get the full story, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth F1 coverage. As the Formula One season nears its end, Sergio Pérez's struggles seem to be only intensifying. The Brazilian Grand Prix was another tough race for the Mexican driver, who failed to score points despite starting from a promising P12, just as his teammate Max Verstappen clinched another victory from P17. This contrast in performances has fueled speculation that Pérez's future with Red Bull may be uncertain, especially as Christian Horner and Helmut Marko seem hesitant to squash these rumors. Instead, their mixed messages have sparked even more debate about Pérez's role on the team. In Brazil, Pérez faced a series of issues from start to finish. Early in the race, he spun out, which significantly compromised his position and momentum. Although Red Bull had a great chance to widen their lead over Ferrari and McLaren in the Constructors' Championship, Pérez's inability to secure points meant they missed this valuable opportunity. This outcome only added to the ongoing narrative that Pérez is falling short of Red Bull's expectations. Red Bull's stance and contradictions. Christian Horner's comments after the race painted a picture of confusion and frustration. While Horner confirmed that both Red Bull cars had the same technical setup, many fans were skeptical, wondering if there was a deeper reason behind Pérez's struggles compared to Verstappen's consistent dominance. In previous races, Horner hinted that the cars might have had minor differences in components, but at the Brazilian GP, he claimed the cars were fully aligned in terms of setup and specifications. This inconsistency has led to speculation about what might be going on behind the scenes at Red Bull. When asked why Pérez couldn't advance through the field as Verstappen did, Horner pointed out that Pérez's spin was costly. He further highlighted the missed opportunity for Red Bull to extend their advantage in the Constructors' Championship, showing clear disappointment with the race's outcome. However, when asked directly about Pérez's future, Horner's response was non-committal. Everything in life is subjective. We need to look at the facts. We're working hard with Checo, but the race just wasn't his day. Pérez did not shy away from discussing the difficult race, acknowledging the mounting pressure on him. After the race, he revealed that the team struggled to get the tires up to optimal temperature at the start, which may have contributed to his early spin and lackluster performance. Pérez admitted the start was challenging, noting that, "We began the race with very cold tires. This," he explained, "could have allowed Verstappen to overtake him with ease on the Senna S, where his teammate's car gripped the track better." Pérez ended his media comments with a somber tone, calling the race a total disaster, and conceding that nothing seemed to work in his favor that day. The weight of Pérez's recent underperformance is evident in his tone and body language, and Red Bull's willingness to make adjustments for him, such as a recent chassis swap, has yet to yield improved results. Losing the second-place position in the Constructors' Championship only worsens the scenario, as Red Bull may not have enough time left in the season to recover those lost points. What's next for Red Bull and Pérez? The pressure is on Pérez to deliver strong performances in the remaining races, but with persistent difficulties on the track, it's uncertain whether he can meet the expectations Red Bull has set for him. The team's long-term plans are also unclear, with young drivers like Liam Lawson potentially waiting in the wings as replacements. After another disappointing result, questions loom about whether Red Bull will continue with Pérez next season or consider a switch. Horner's neutral comments about Pérez's future make the situation even more tense, leaving the door open to potential changes. While he's publicly expressed support for Pérez, Horner's measured responses hint that Red Bull might be assessing other options behind the scenes, especially if Pérez fails to bounce back in the last few races. The Mexican driver is acutely aware of this, making the upcoming races high stakes for him personally and professionally. Final thoughts. With only a few races left in the 2024 season, the situation at Red Bull remains tense. If Pérez continues to struggle, Red Bull might be forced to take a tough decision on his future. The team has invested in his success, but with each passing race, the gap between him and Verstappen only seems to widen. As the F1 season wraps up, all eyes will be on Pérez to see if he can deliver the performances Red Bull needs or if the team will begin looking at alternative options. Thanks for tuning into F1 Blogs. If you're keeping an eye on the drama at Red Bull or want to stay updated on the latest F1 news, hit that subscribe button. We'll bring you all the updates as this story unfolds and dive into everything you need to know from the world of Formula One. See you next time on F1 Blogs.